Was Itachi a good brother? On the surface, no, not at all. Even after knowing the entire backstory, some of the stuff he did was just inexcusable. Using Tsukuyomi on a 7-year-old is just egregious. It is, however, still a very nuanced topic, which is why in this video I want to break down his philosophy and motivations for his actions and then answer this question. I want to make it clear I'm focusing solely on whether Itachi was a good brother to Sasuke and not whether his actions were justified or if he's a good person in general. Itachi is a very complex character with even more complex relationships and motives, so to better understand him, I'm going to start by going through his story chronologically and making sense of his actions. Without further ado, Itachi was the firstborn child to Mikoto and Fugaku Uchiha. From the age of 4, he was exposed to the violence that engulfed the shinobi world, seeing the Third Great Ninja War firsthand. Witnessing the violence and death that comes with war turned Itachi into a pacifist, which in turn led to him training to be strong enough to achieve his dream of eliminating fighting from the ninja world. When Itachi was 5, he met Shisui, another Uchiha prodigy, and they became best friends and trained together. The Nine Tails attack would, surprise surprise, also be a very important event in Itachi's life. After the Nine Tails attack, the Uchiha were believed to be responsible, further straining their relationship with Konoha and its leaders. With political leaders like Danzo spearheading the animosity towards the Uchiha, they were relocated to the edge of the village, isolating them and making it easier for them to be monitored. After this incident, Itachi enrolled in a ninja academy where he was shown just how much of a prodigy he is, acing all his exams and graduating in just 4 months. Itachi would go on to join Team 2 alongside some fodder characters.
Who the fuck is that guy?
After about a year of being on the team, Itachi had mastered his ninjutsu, and while out on a mission, their team was attacked by a masked man who we now know to be Obito. Obito killed Itachi's teammate, which is how Itachi unlocked his Sharingan, which he ended up mastering by the age of 8. Itachi would continue training with Shisui, and during one of their training sessions, they stopped to interrupt a battle between the Hokage's Anbu and Danzo's Root Group. After this short battle, Itachi learned from Shisui about having his own morals and making sure to be aware that it's best to view situations from multiple viewpoints. This will be a key development mindset-wise in Itachi's decision to kill his clan. By the age of 10, Itachi became a Chunin and a member of the Anbu by the age of 11. Itachi was assigned a team role alongside Yamato, with Kakashi leading. His decision to join the Anbu came from his desire to bring peace into the world, believing the best way to achieve it is by aiding peace from the shadows. Itachi quickly rose the ranks and became an Anbu squad leader at 12 and a captain by 13. He became the pride of the Uchiha clan, with his father seeing him as the future of the Uchiha clan and Sasuke seeing him as the perfect role model. Itachi spent most of his free time training with Sasuke, which was a positive thing for him because their father gave most of his attention to Itachi. Even with all the attention Itachi received, he was a mystery to everyone around him. Even his own father couldn't read him. Most people thought his isolation was because of his superiority in power and abilities, but it was actually because of his disdain for the shinobi lifestyle and the lack of peace that comes with it. The Leaf's unfair treatment of the Uchiha would lead them to planning a coup d'etat, with Itachi being the centerpiece of the operation. Itachi's father, being the leader of the coup, encouraged Itachi's participation in Anbu operations to feed information back to the clan. Itachi went along with this, even though deep down he knew an Uchiha coup would invite other nations to wage war against a weakened Leaf village and ultimately lead to another world war. Because of this, Itachi decided to become a double agent and also feed information about the clan's plan to the elders of the Leaf, hoping they could help him find a peaceful way to solve this conflict. The only person who knew Itachi's true feelings was Shisui, who also wanted peace more than anything. Shisui planned to use his Koto Matsukami on the Uchiha leaders to convince them to negotiate. However, Danzo's bitch ass stole his eye and poisoned him before he could step in. Shisui, not being able to go on any further, gave his last eye to Itachi before dying, causing Itachi to unlock the Mangekyo Sharingan. The very next day, some members of the Uchiha police force came to confront Itachi, suspecting him of murdering Shisui, and let's just say it didn't end well for them. After beating their ass, Itachi's father showed up and he let his true feelings about the clan be known. Itachi talks about how he hates the idea of putting the clan above all and how that viewpoint blinds them from what's truly important, which is maintaining peace. Itachi's words weren't heard and his relationship with the clan only got worse from here. Itachi's father tried to get him to assist in planning a peaceful coup, but Itachi knew this would never work since the majority of the Uchiha were in favor of a forceful coup using the Nine-Tailed Fox. Itachi continued reporting the Uchiha's plans to the elders, and although the third Hokage wanted to negotiate with the Uchiha, Danzo believed this wasn't possible anymore. He offered Itachi an ultimatum: either side with the Uchiha and have the entire clan, including Sasuke, killed in the conflict, or accept the mission to kill everyone and spare Sasuke. This is, as Obito says, where Itachi's real suffering began, torn between his fellow clansmen and maintaining greater peace. His choice to kill the Uchiha ate away at him, especially since he believed Shisui wouldn't agree with his choice. Itachi remembered his father's words about not letting others decide things for his life and continued on his own path. Itachi ran into a masked man believing him to be Madara Uchiha and offered him a deal. He would assist Madara, who in reality is Obito, in killing the Uchiha clan as revenge for abandoning him and choosing the village over him. Itachi asked in exchange Madara would spare the rest of the village, and he agreed. In one night, Itachi and Obito, under the guise of Madara, killed the entire clan except Sasuke, and if y'all want, I could do a whole video on this topic alone, whether this choice makes Itachi a hero or not, because that's also a very debatable topic. I mean, just look at this. Like, you could say Itachi did it for a good cause, but this kid thought he was safe. Itachi said, nah, fuck that, and grabbed him by his leg. This picture haunts Itachi fans who try to say he was a good guy.
He was the best guy around.
What about the people he murdered?
What murder?
Itachi took it upon himself to kill his parents, and even though they disagreed with his choice, they had no ill will and were still proud of him and asked that he take care of Sasuke. And yeah, Itachi took real good care of Sasuke, alright. Due to the grief from his choice, Itachi decided he would try to mold Sasuke into the avenger of the clan. He set himself in opposition to Sasuke as a way of being a goal for him to look forward to. This was his real main reason for using Tsukuyomi on Sasuke. However, when Sasuke asked him why he did it, he said to test his abilities. He told Sasuke if he wished to kill him, cling to his life and foster his hatred to get strong enough to kill him one day and avenge the clan. Afterwards, Itachi threatened Danzo that he would leak Konoha's secrets to enemy villages if Sasuke was harmed. Before leaving, Itachi also reported the completion of the mission to the third Hokage and asked that he take care of Sasuke. And if you've seen any of my other videos, you know how I feel about the third Hokage. Itachi would leave the villain publicly as a villain, but in reality a hero who prevented a world war. Itachi would join the Akatsuki to keep an eye on their plans from the inside, and after the death of the third, he made a surprise visit to the Leaf. His visit was intended to be a message to Danzo that he's still out there and to remember his agreement to protect Sasuke. Which is pretty ironic because when Itachi ran into Sasuke, he proceeded to break his wrist and re-traumatize him with Tsukuyomi, also not forgetting to completely destroy his confidence and tell him he's still weak and he'll never be strong enough because he lacks hate. Brother of the year right there. After this encounter, Sasuke and Itachi wouldn't see each other for about 3 years, and this is when the fated battle between brothers finally happens. Even during the battle, Itachi taught Sasuke the rare history of the Uchiha regarding Madara and the Mangekyo Sharingan. Until the very end, Itachi put on the act of being a villain to make Sasuke the avenger and hero. Only after killing Itachi does Sasuke find out the full truth about Itachi's life and the choice he had to live with, so when Itachi came back in Edo Tensei form, Sasuke confronted him. Itachi realizes this is the perfect time to stop being a lying manipulator and tell Sasuke he won't lie to him anymore and uses his Sharingan to show him his own memories. He tells him he won't ask for his forgiveness anymore and that he will love him always before disappearing for good. Now, for the age-old question of was Itachi a good brother, this question is hella nuanced, which is what makes it fun to discuss. It's like the never-ending Jordan-LeBron GOAT debate. There's people on both sides that's willing to fight all day and night for both sides. Objectively looking at the entire situation, Itachi did both good things and bad things for Sasuke's sake. That being said, I do think the bad deeds far outweigh the good. Like the decision to leave him alive and not kill him during the Uchiha massacre sounds good until you traumatize him not once but twice and persuade him down a path of vengeance. It's like saving a kitten from a tree then setting it free in the middle of an expressway. Even Itachi realized his own actions were wrong and manipulative and that he should have just been honest with Sasuke from the beginning. Because Itachi lied to Sasuke about his intentions and the real reason he killed everyone, Sasuke lived a life chasing a goal that caused even more suffering. He rejected forming any bonds because he thought they represented weakness, and he was open to being manipulated by Orochimaru for power. And this is what leads to one of the most interesting aspects of this question. Does it matter that Itachi had good intentions if his actions caused more problems than good? Sure, he had nothing but good intentions for Sasuke, however, the way he handled the situation with no shortage of lies, mental and physical abuse overrides any good intentions. The way Itachi handled the situation makes sense for Itachi's character because from a young age he believed peace is best aided in the shadows. In Itachi's mind, he was protecting Sasuke, which is why some people argue he actually was a good brother. I want to be fully transparent with y'all. I'm trying really hard to think of a counter argument for him being a good brother, but I just can't. I think another interesting question to ask is, does having good intentions make you a good person? I don't think that's the case, and ultimately that's why I can't say Itachi was a good brother. I think what makes you a good brother, person, or whatever is your outward actions, not your inner intentions. When you look at Itachi's actions using the Tsukuyomi on Sasuke, Sasuke twice, breaking his wrist, telling him he's weak because he doesn't have enough hate. There's no defending that. And while he did do good things for Sasuke, namely sparing him and freeing him of the curse mark, these don't come nearly as close to the amount of pain Itachi caused. If you've ever heard the quote, "The road to hell is paved with good intentions," Itachi is a perfect example of this. Good intentions mean nothing if good actions don't accompany them. So yeah, while Itachi meant well, he was not a good brother. In fact, he was an awful brother. If someone tries to tell you he was a good brother, call the authorities. If you made it this far in the video, make sure to leave a like, drop a comment down below. I love you, and I'm out. Peace.